found that you've done everything right on paper when it comes to manifestation, the vision board, the journaling, the affirmations, and yet the thing you desire still isn't showing up? And maybe if you're honest, the more you want it, the more anxious, impatient, and frustrated you begin to feel. What if the energy you think is helping you manifest is actually the energy pushing it further away? Today, we're talking about the manifestation step that most people miss: detachment. Not giving up, not pretending you don't care, but releasing the tight grip on the outcome that creates lack, desperation, and control. Because manifestation doesn't respond to how badly you want something. It responds to the energy you're holding while you want it. And when you learn how to want without needing, everything changes. Hello, my cup fillers, and welcome back to the Can I Get a Refill podcast for a solo episode with me today, talking about my absolute favorite topic, manifestation. But we're going to break it down. I'm going to do a series of episodes where we break it down into very specific areas of manifestation, just to make it clear. And I find that detachment is the area, not just my other people, but with myself, that if I haven't manifested something I wanted, that was the part that was lacking. So I really want to hone in on that and give you some great tips today. As always, please jump on my website, www.canigetarefillpodcast.com.au, linked in the show notes to download your free 33-page ebook on 7 steps to protect your energy and fill up your cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So I've designed a guide to help take care of yourself so you can manifest the life of your dreams. And believe me, the manifestation process starts with really, really good self-care and good energy. So you want to protect your energy. So be sure to do that. I want to clarify what detachment is and isn't, just to make things a little bit clear for you. So detachment is not giving up. And I know a lot of people, the word surrender is used a lot as well. People are like, no, I don't want to surrender. I want to hold this tight grip. Like, you don't want to give up on something. You don't want people taking advantage of you. And it's really not. It's not giving up. It's not caring. It's not lowering your standards. And it's not that, very passive, if it happens, apathy. Detachment is about trust. Trusting the how and when to something bigger than your ego. It's releasing emotional dependency on the outcome. And it's wanting something without needing something to feel safe or whole. You're already whole. You're already safe. You're wonderful as you are. These are just extras to add to your life. The second you add that, I need it, I'm nothing without it energy, you've pushed it further away. Detachment isn't about wanting less. Detachment is about needing less. Now let's wind it back to trust. If you had a partner and you absolutely didn't trust them, you were going through their phone all the time, you were questioning them, do you think they love your company? Do you think they love your energy? Or do you think you're pushing them further away? Now, they might be untrustworthy. If that's the case, absolutely get rid of them. They're the wrong person for you and they don't deserve you. But it's the energy behind it. It's trust in something. So my controversial take on this, it's a bit of a catch-22, is that you need to be okay not having it. You need to be satisfied now. And a lot of manifestation people talk about this. Like everyone's, I'll be happy when I lose the weight, when I have this money, when I have this house. Then you're never going to get it, because the universe recognizes your energy. So you need to be in that energy now, or happy with what you have. And the universe says, this bitch is so grateful for everything she's got. Let's send her more things. For my fellow Marvel fans out there, I haven't Googled the quote to know that I've got it exact, but this is how I remember it in my mind. In one of the Spider-Man films, I think it might be the last one, the most recent one with Tom Holland. And he says, Tony Stark has taken his suit off him. And he says to Tony, I need that suit. I'm nothing without the suit. And Tony looks him in the eye and says, if you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. I love that line. I've manifested a lot in my life, and there's still some things that I haven't been able to manifest, or I'm currently in the process of manifesting. But I know that whenever I've acted like I'm not enough without it, I haven't manifested it. When I have embodied the energy of either that I've already got it or that I'm fantastic without it, I get whatever I want and whatever I need. So let's talk about the energetics of desire versus lack. Manifestation responds more to emotional frequency than effort. Desire is clean and expansive. Needing is desperate. Desire is clean and expansive. So neediness, desperation, and even fixation, where you think you're so focused on a goal. There's a fine line between having a goal and putting in the steps towards it, or being so obsessed and fixated with it that you're suffocating it. that emits lack. It emits lack energy. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to state. If you're in lack, like attracts like. If you're in lack, you're going to get more lack. If you're in abundance, if you're in gratitude, you're just going to get more and more than you need. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Energy is everything. This goes with all areas of life, but especially with manifestation, whether it be you're trying to manifest the love of your life, your dream home, the car, the money, the career. It's energy. It's responding to your energy. So to differentiate the two between attachment and detachment, attachment is I don't have this yet and I won't be okay until I have it. Detachment is I trust this is unfolding and I'm okay right now. I'm okay as I am right now. It's like gripping a bar of soap. The tighter you grip it, the faster it slips away. Stop gripping so tightly. If anyone watched The Voice, I haven't watched it for years, but I loved the first season especially. I think it was Delta, Joel Madden, Seal, and Keith Urban. This is the Australian Voice. And I remember there was a contestant in Joel's team and he said something to it that I can't even remember the contestant, but it's stuck in my head so much where she had this real desperate energy around her singing career. And he goes, you know, when you have that little pet, that tiny little furry pet, and you love it so much that you suffocate it and you kill it with your love. He goes, that's what you're doing with your career. And I did that with my singing career for so long because I needed to make it something, a certain level of fame or money to make me feel like I was worthy. And that is not what art and entertainment is about. And the second I let go of that, I remember I used to put timelines. If I'm not famous by 30, I'll quit. If I'm not famous by 32. And then when I gave up and just started doing, I still love writing my own music, but that's not the season of life I'm in at the moment. But when I gave up and just started doing like local gigs, the love and the passion I had for music and performing really came back because I let go. And I enjoyed the process. The biggest reference of letting go and detachment for me was meeting my now husband, Alan. We have been together 11 years this year. We've lived in this home for 10 years. We've been married 5 years. And I had terrible relationships, one after the other, very unhealthy. I'm not saying they were all bad people. They were just not the right fit for me. And so 2014, I broke up with the last bad one. 2015, nearly a full year later, I got together with my now partner. But I remember going on the apps, really trying to date, really trying to actively manifest, talk about what I wanted. And it just wasn't happening. For me, the apps didn't work. They felt very clinical. And I think it's important to put yourself out there 100% because you're saying to the universe, I'm ready. This is what I'm available for. But it didn't feel right. It didn't sit right with me. So energetically, I was like, I don't think I'm going to find my partner if I'm in this energy. And it just felt like job interviews and it wasn't me. So I remember just going, okay, that's enough. And I stopped looking and I gave up. And then I started working a lot on my singing career. And I had released my favorite song to date. I had radio interviews in New York and LA. And I was just working all the time creatively. And I felt really good energy. I was working out all the time. I was so fit and healthy. I didn't have kids. I lived with my parents at that stage and I walked my beautiful Cocker Spaniel. It was a very easy life, but my energy was beautiful. I knew he was coming to me. I knew it in my gut. I had trust, but I let go. I stopped looking and he popped up. Funnily enough, he was at the gym that I trained at and I don't remember him. I don't know if he worked there and I didn't see him or if it was different shifts, but it just popped up and it was so organic. And I know in my heart it was when I just let go. So why does attachment actually slow the manifestation process? It's because the attachment keeps you emotionally in the future, not the present. So it enforces that identity of the one who is waiting instead of the one who has. So part of my process at the moment with morning meditations or night meditations is I just picture myself in my forever home. That's what I'm manifesting now. So it just feels normal to me. It just feels like, this feels right. It doesn't feel like, wow, imagine if I got this. So I'm embodying the energy of the girl who wakes up in her home and I picture my feet walking through the floors and I will get that home. It might not happen this year. It might not happen next year. I will be in that home when the timing is right. But I know I'm not going to get in it when I've got lack, when I'm like I want out of this unit. If I'm resentful of where I currently live, no, that's not going to work. It creates hyperfocus on the absence instead of the alignment. And that activates anxiety, control, and impatience. And you can't manifest what you desire from that state. I talk about regulating the nervous system a lot in the show. I have wonderful guests that help with that. It's a huge buzz topic at the moment for good reason. You cannot manifest what you desire when your nervous system is dysregulated. When your nervous system is in urgency, so that fixation and that wanting, the universe hears unsafe, not ready. So let's talk about identity shift from the I am to the I'll be when. It's a very powerful reframe because most people unconsciously believe I'll be happy when, I'll feel worthy when, I'll relax when, I'll feel safe when. Detachment comes when you become the version of yourself now who already has that, the woman who already trusts life. Trust is so vital for manifestation. So what you need to do is embody the emotional state you think that manifestation will give you. Here's a good tip. I don't know where I learned this, but I used to just manifest the outcome or the thing. So the house. But why do I want? So question yourself, why do you want that? Why do I want the house? To feel secure. It's mine. No one can take it. No one can tell you, hey, we got new tenants. You got to get out. Why do I want a house? Because for the next 2 months, I can't record from home because a neighbor is doing construction, a very beautifully, lovely young woman who is very kind and courteous. So nothing against her. Everyone should renovate and make their bathroom look very sexy. But it's out of my control. It's out of my control because if it's in your building, the whole walls vibrate. If it's next door, I can still record if it's a house. So I would not think about the thing, but the feeling it gives you when you have it. So why do you want the love of your life? To feel part of something, to create memories together, to feel secure, to feel loved, to feel seen, to have sensuality, all of that stuff. Whatever it is, think about the emotion and the feeling, less about the thing. Because sometimes you might have a really specific image of what you want and the universe might think, you want it for this feeling, but I've got something slightly different. So another one of my affirmations I end with is this or something better. So that's in line with the detachment. I'm not so gung-ho on the specific thing. Whatever the universe or God or whoever thinks is going to give you the outcome, but something slightly different. And it could be a major upgrade. So remember this, manifestation isn't about attracting what you want. It's about becoming who naturally receives it. Who is she? Who is your future self? What is her posture? What is her energy? What does she wear? What does she do? Does she give to charity? Embody her. Embody the woman who has what you desire. Or man, I just presume you're all women, but I'm sorry if you're not. So let's talk about control versus co-creation. I alluded to earlier that I say to the universe this or something better. So manifestation is all about a co-collaboration with the universe. You have input, the universe has input. Attachment often masks itself as being proactive. And if you're type A personality like me, you think, yeah, I'm working really hard towards it. I'm just being a goal setter, a go-getter. But it's actually control. And I have struggled with control in the past. I'm getting better. Control says it must happen this way. Co-creation says, I'm open to something even better. This or something better. It actually makes you feel better. As soon as I say that, the energy in my gut changes because I'm letting go. Like, this is what I want. Whatever you think, this or something better. It's like when I go to my hairdresser and I just can't decide what I'm like, bitch, you know what you're doing. Give me what you think will suit me. She's never done me wrong so far. Detachment invites surprise, synchronicity, and ease. Now, I get that that's hard. I'm someone who's gone to psychics many times over the years. Will very often read the last page of a book if it's too stressful to see how it ends. I shit you not, I do that. I'm getting better at that too. So ask yourself this. Are you trying to manage the universe or collaborate with it? So we touched on a regulated nervous system. Detachment requires safety in the body. You cannot manifest what you desire with a dysregulated nervous system. And attachment is often a nervous system response, not a mindset issue. When the body feels unsafe, it clings. Think about when, oh my God, don't make me cry. Every time my son walks out to go to my parents' house, I cry. I cry so hard. But I'm trying to prepare myself for when he goes to daycare. I'm looking into it now of how bad I'm going to cry when he drops off. But I have to think, how bad is he going to cry? So he loves going to my parents' house now. But when my husband would take him, when he first dropped him off and my husband would leave, he was hysterical. And I took him once and he was clinging to me like a koala. And he never does that in the house because it was unfamiliar. I was familiar. I felt safe. So anything unfamiliar feels unsafe in the body. I get it. But we're also not an 18-month-old. Some of us are in our 40s and some of us have to know. There's another, I always make Leo watch, well, I don't make him watch, he fucking loves it. Leo watches Miss Rachel all the time, and there's a nighttime routine I love to put on before his nap or before bed, a half an hour YouTube thing. And she does storytelling and there's a book she reads and she's like, not knowing what will happen is kind of scary. Not knowing what will happen is also kind of exciting. I love that line. I recite it all the time, even to myself. This is so true. Surprise can be a wonderful thing. Yes, it can be scary sometimes, but you know what? You're tough. You're a tough bitch. And even if something manifests that you didn't want, you will get through it. You will get through it. You have the tools, the resources, the tools in your toolkit to get through any disappointment. And being mentally prepared for it doesn't help you. You can't proof guard against disappointment. So I went off on a tangent. Miss Rachel got me off on a tangent. So it's about clinging when you feel unsafe in the body. So it's getting the body into a regulated nervous system so you feel safe. Detachment becomes natural when the body feels it's okay, regardless of the outcome. So we've touched on a lot of practices in previous episodes, and go back and listen to some if you want to talk about regulated nervous system, but breath work, grounding, walking out barefoot in the grass, slowing down, just doing things at a slower pace, putting less on your diary so you don't feel in a rush, and self-trust practices. So if you're asking yourself, I know I should detach, but I can't, or I don't know how, start small. Start with 10 minutes of breath work and meditation in the morning and before bed. You're going to slow things down. Can you minimize your coffee? Can you minimize stimulation? The world is so overstimulated. It was not like this years ago. That's why your nervous system is dysregulated. It's not actually your fault. You're a product of your environment. So don't try and control the universe, but you can control your environment and minimize those stimulants. Some practical ways to practice detachment are set the intention, write it, do your vision board, picture it in your mind, then redirect your focus to living well now. I always talk about if I have a job or a home that I no longer want, but I want something better, I treat my now home with so much love and respect. I clean it constantly with a child running around. I always make it beautiful, have incense. I treat it with love and respect, and when the time comes for me to move on, I will release it with love and gratitude to the next person who will enjoy it. So I'm living well now. I'm embodying that future self now. This is a really good one, a language change. So replace when this happens to as I continue becoming. As I continue becoming. And like with anything in life, it's about noticing and catching. Can't be perfect all the time. You're never completely healed from anything, but you can notice when things come up. You can notice obsession loops where you're obsessing and fixating, and gently disengage, focus on the now, focus on something you have, and ask yourself, what would I do today if I trusted this was already handled? And notice your energy shift in your body when you picture that it's already taken care of, because you know what? It is. You might not be in it now. There is a blueprint of life that you picked before you came across to this earthly body. It's already predetermined. That already takes some of the pressure off. It's done. It's done. You're just following the steps to it. And if you want something that much, it's because there is a version of you who already has it. You're just trying to get there. So just relax. Relax and trust the process. And hold desires lightly like a butterfly. Open hands, not clenched fists. Let your desires be a beautiful butterfly and let them take flight. So remember that trust is the ultimate manifestation muscle. Detachment is really about trust. Trusting in the timing, trusting that it's already yours, trusting that you deserve it, trusting that you're worthy, and trust that life is happening for you. It's not withholding from you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. I've mentioned this once in my manifestation episode with Jordana Levine, the author. the 1994 Tim Allen movie, The Santa Claus, and when his son doesn't believe in Santa Claus and he's trying to get him to believe because, they're going through divorce, times are tough, he wants him to have a magical Christmas. And he says, the kid keeps questioning him, like, well, but how do reindeer fly? But how does this work? He's trying to find the chink in the armor. And his dad says, Charlie, sometimes believing in something means you just believe in it. And I think about that so often. That's trust. You don't need to have all the answers. You can't see love, but you trust that it exists. You can't see pain, but you know that it exists. You might not have seen $1 million, but you know that it exists. So you need to just, without seeing proof of things, know that anything is possible. I'll leave you with this. Detachment is the moment you stop chasing your desire and start allowing it to find you. It's on its way to you. You're worthy. You deserve it. I trust in you. I believe in you. Trust in the universe. Wonderful things are going to happen to you. Wonderful things are happening to you. Everything's great right now in this present moment. Happy manifesting, my manifestation queens. Thank you for being here. I hope this brought so much benefit to you. This was an episode I have been wanting to do for so long, so I know it's going to help you. Just put it into practice and send it on over to someone who is trying to manifest something that they desire. It's going to help them too. Thank you so much, my friends. I'll catch you in the next episode and do something in the next week to fill up your cup.